Safer! Away!
Hey, what up, gang? Welcome back to Critscast. It is me, DuMmTm, with some hot action here for Premiership. It is going to be inVision, it's going to be SDCK on the stream tonight. With me here as well, Wiethoofd on production, as per usual, and Refleks back with me on the mic tonight.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, for sure, we will see SDCK right now setting up for the defense now. Just the average setup, you know, holding B. Everyone loves holding B on steel, right?
Well, almost everyone, yes.
Yeah. Pushing A is not, or like defending A. It's always easy to get jumped and killed, so there's not really much of a point to defend there. So B is always a safe choice to defend, but that leaves also a very big open door to capture E for the attacking team. So we're gonna have to see what inVision is planning to do here. We do see the sentry gun standing watching the doorway here. Might probably protect the sniper Wizat from getting a potential pick here. We will see a sniper v sniper here, and no kills yet.
Ooh, but the kills will run in at some point soon. Percy is on crit quick and spawn right now, so not just crits on defense for the first little bit. He obviously long since switched off by Wiethoofd. Back no medigun, but Percy just wants to get the damage in at the moment. Unforgiven gets a small little stab in there. That helps if you want to get your medic forward against the sniper. That's not really happening with crits in hand, so the sniper obviously way early. That's the sticky snipe. They will react in time. It's a force, I suppose. You might be able to call it a success. However, it really matters what comes off of this now afterwards.
Yeah, now SDCK won't be able to fight back with an Uber, nor can inVision push in with an Uber, so they're gonna have to try pushes, which they will. They will be all grouping up here, walking up to heaven. It's getting spammed a bit by Jackie Legs, but not really much succeeding coming out of that. But Stingham does go down eventually. Jackie Legs spam, and we do see a lot of inVision's players just playing a bit separated here. The flank is currently fighting on top here, not really much succession. Jackie Legs taking down Kafka, but here we see inVision trying to push up here, but not really being much success here.
Yeah, so far so good on the defense. So SDCK still standing strong for the time being. Everyone's just stuck in this little hallway and getting executed in the two. It is the end of Rogue One all over again. Everyone's getting slaughtered. No one escaped. Tercio included. Matt down is just going to be a huge setback for the side of inVision. And I don't know what they're going to be doing now. This rush has not been working so much. They tried to clear top as well, but this is just back to square one. The telly is still down, I guess, but that's really the only lasting damage to this hold they have managed to accomplish so far.
Yeah, but we do see inVision now walking up in White Room, trying to get a push in. Now the entire team of SDCK has been informed. Everyone's on E, so now we see the whole squad pulling up right now for BC, trying to set up, try to defend E here. But not really much cohesion in inVision's part here. Not really many players sticking around. Mr. Techno being behind while Stick and the Grip was pushing in. So we're gonna have to see what inVision does next.
Well, for now, it's at least a tentative success, right? The Uber got out of the equation pretty quickly there on the side of SDCK. That's a start. Tercio, however, doesn't have yet. And this rotation is trying to come in already here against what is still vaguely a hold. The gun's far back now, but the players are still holding strong on the position forward. But with that, Refleks sticks behind. Unforgiven serves the gun right into the second kill as well. Lesky does not react in time to the medic dying. That's two quick ones back to back. And with that, yeah, the just left behind to die while everyone else is trying to get themselves out of their life quickly. Maybe we'll see some small sacks coming through on the side of SDCK, but I think they see the writing on the wall and they can clearly read the situation at hand. It is time to go back to anywhere else on the map. We'll see what they actually end up doing, except for Navi, who's just dead in the pit.
A great pick by Unforgiven, but we did see Jackie Legs trying to jump in on Wizat there, unfortunately going down to the Azuk turret. But we do see a lot of SDCK players going down one by one here on BC. inVision getting great pressure right here. But we do see also Gedu fighting Pijaka, unfortunately going down to him. There's going to be a very big delay. Very bad for SDCK. SDCK is going to have to start defending E here since inVision is completely taken over.
Alright, well, with this much down, this much Capam already, it's looking pretty good on the side of inVision here. Down momentum point is not necessary you want to be right now, but as long as he's alive, that's Capam you gladly take. Spam coming through, but Jackie Lex's rockets get deflected one too many times. Eventually Stick goes down. Who's the soldier as well? That's heavy control largely out of their hands now. There we go, another pit kill there as well on the scout of all people. The double jump not helping this time around. Snipe, but Wizard executed pretty quickly, so no more sniper threat there as well. It's not going to be the E-cap just yet. It looks like changing gears here pretty quick, but it's done what it needed to do. Clears up C, gets some space. The spawns are just slowly but surely getting worse every single point you cap for the red team. So inVision still making good progress here right now, and we all have an advantage to go as well. Maybe not the E-cap, you know, you really would vaguely hope to see at the end of the play like that, but it's going places now.
Yeah, definitely some great capping time here for inVision. We're gonna see them push through Depth Corridor here, trying to get through to D here. Not really noticing the Nubby sticky trap and Nubby just taking down so many players, but we do see an Uber being used here by inVision. Kind of successful, taking down some crucial players like Nubby, but we will see Alex Key and T-Born start fighting back on D here, taking down a lot of players for...
I hope the camera caught that. Mine just walked over the point and just messed up a double jump and died for no reason. No one did anything about it. He just died. Giving the other team a chance, I guess, even more so than that, will be the match kill they've gotten themselves here with a little bit more effort put in by inVision to get it. So, I mean, credit where it's due on that one, but we'll see what comes of it, right? This last push doesn't cap itself, even with an Uber in hand, and frankly, they don't have that one yet either.
Yeah, but we do see inVision capping D right now. Not really many SDCK players being able to defend. They are doing quite well on the pushes so far, but SDCK is going to try to do something about it with the soldier buff upcoming here. Not really much succession going through the tight corridor here, but we will see inVision capping D here and getting ready to take over E. But SDCK is trying to go through BC right now to try to potentially stop inVision from capping E.
Yeah, still having connector control is pretty good from this game straightforward, but they have so much of everything else right now. That is all over point, have happened as well. Stick getting juggled in the super, can't really go in, but gladly takes charge of the situation. Axes Alaski, that man's just gone, and the Captain just keeps rolling. Their medics getting juggled, will not hit the surf. Percy is slowly but surely falling downwards. Stinghand just has to watch it happen, but with Stinghand still on heaven, point control still on their way, heals don't matter that much if they just have people dead on the other team for 20 more seconds. There's plenty of time to just cap up the rest of this one. If no one materializes themselves on the point right about now of the last 3 players, and they will not be able to do that. inVision taking this one as a 6:20, by all means a competent time, but very much still in the realm of beatable. This is just a good start for SDCK.
Yeah, very great push by inVision. They played this quite well, and despite some of their fatal mistakes in some parts, they managed to pull it back and win and cap E eventually. But here we go. Here is the defense round for inVision. Let's see if they will be able to defend as good as they attack. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But we do see some crit stickies being set up. We always love seeing some crit stickies.
I mean, one thing is for sure, the pit's eating the good tonight already here. I don't know if we can see that on the stream any second now, but I've seen some pit kills just now. This counter that has been nicely introduced and I've been reminded of by Jacklix. My config doesn't even show it, but luckily here on Crit Scouts we have slightly higher production value than my own game. So we'll had like about 5. It's back to 0 for this round, of course. We'll make sure to show you guys the very important pit counter later again. That's all. I'm sure everyone's very keen on that one. I'm keeping track at home for everyone. So we'll see what comes of it here as the next round will start. Or in fact, this round will continue on in half number 2 of round 1. And we'll see Nabi charging up there, trying to surprise someone with some crit damage on that tag. Might be doing a little bit quicker damage for the heavy kill there, but will not get the chance to swing at the man.
That was very interesting to see. I haven't seen that much of the Demo Knight, especially during first year. But here we go, round 2. I mean, defense round for inVision going on right now. But we do have a pause happening right now. Might be some technical issues with some specific players.
It is the worst case scenario for inVision. The medic timed out. That is the last thing you want to see in any game of TF2. Any game, or doesn't matter. As well, for anyone watching, STV delay makes it so that we don't see this pause as it happens exactly in game. This is a little bit later into the match here, so this will not be pause ends and then the medic just disappears instantly. It will be a few seconds from now when it will happen. Once you start getting used to it, it makes a lot more sense, I suppose. But for now, just keep in mind this medic will be here for at least the first engagement that SDCK is throwing them now that game's on pause, so they don't have to worry yet, but that worry will come soon.
Okay, here we go. Ubers are still equal though, and despite the accidental disconnect earlier. But we will see Stick eventually going down to Janky Legs. Stick and Stinghand trying to hold Heaven. Unfortunately, going down to multiple players. I'm gonna have to relog actually since the kills didn't appear on my end.
Well, there we go. It's a couple of people down, like you said, and it's a couple of good ones too. DuMmTm heavy down on defense is not what you want to see, and it's exactly what SDCK wants to see. They're in on that instantly with the Uber, try to just get in there, force an exchange pretty quickly. Can't really change it yet, try to even force the gun in front of them at any chance possible, but in the meantime, there's just rotation up top. Everyone sees it coming, but can they really stop it? Good damage on Navi, and Telly is still down, that's good, but for the DuMmTm, it's going to be lots of damage. Missing here, Mezzle with a quick kill on the point. Is that going to be enough? Everyone else is getting stopped pretty nicely so far. They're just making very slow progress through this doorway and up top as well to actually get in there.
And the sentry gun just shooting Janky Legs up in the air. Poor man, just having to watch him get blasted all the way up there. But we do see SDCK starting to prepare a push here. A lot of spam coming up right here on them as well. Eventually taking out Alice
no,
Key.
That is. This is what hurts you timed out. Just lashed into the corner. Every once in a while when people lag out, they just keep going with the last direction they pressed in until they finally do leave the server properly, and this is one of those instances. It just lags into the sniper sideline, disappears right after, and this is tough now. Medic certainly would not have died there, he would just left the other way instead, but now it's just SDCK getting in on this one, and they can't pause until the play is being ended by just people dying, I assume, and in this way, they're dying pretty quick without heals.
Yeah, one player going line one by one. SDCK being able to get B here. 4 minutes counting down right now on the stopwatch. We're gonna see SDCK now rushing in on BC and trying to assert some dominance, potentially go get C, but Kafka with the smart plays taking down Leski through the grater there. But here we have SDCK starting to cap C here, and I don't think inVision is going to do much about it, but we do see a lot of them grouping up now. Maybe try to stop it, but I think they're too little players here.
Yeah, Heavy got spawn camped off the sniper and connector earlier. Some valuable classes to be down. They're thinking about it, but no one's doing it in the end. They're just a little trap, and I mean, they just tank it with buffs, walk right past it, right through that corridor. This thing might have a reputation, but they don't care. They're just trying to waltz right through here. Taking a second, and they will have to use, so it's still a favor for inVision there in this case, having this push happen like it is, but they're trying to be quick on it, trying to rotate right away, and that Pyro just gets walked over by everyone's damage.
Yeah, Uber returning here from inVision, trying to fight back against SDCK here. A lot of picks going down left and right here for both teams, but Gedu eventually makes it out here. 32%, 10% ad right now for SDCK. Not really that massive, it's kind of minor, but Asuk does go down to Redlick's snipe, and Nubby jumps in and just cleans up everything on Heaven. Unfortunate for inVision. This is not looking good for them right now.
Yeah, this could be the end of the game very quickly. D and E being capped, they gotta make a choice. They want to contest D a little bit, but no one can get in healthy at all. Lose the sniper in the meantime too. Not looking pretty for the side of the red team. Mai already on the cap on E well before they even finish E as well. So much cap time on this point already, and this is 2 minutes that they might not get to lock down at all here. Rotation even spotted, really good stuff by the Pyro. This just has to get to point. There's people trying to get in, and now we're making short notice of some of them. Slick's still alive, but having struggled actually getting through it all. Scout will get that too, but that's maybe not good enough. You got some kills, but it's just not going to be cutting it. And that should be the end of the round as the last few seconds clock down now.
Very unfortunate for inVision that their medic, Terrico, had to disconnect there for a moment. That could have completely turned different if he didn't disconnect there during the B hold. The SDCK just got that B so quick after that disconnect. So, I mean, I'm very excited to see at least next round what that will contain, because
Alrighty, I'm curious to see how this will go now, with hopefully no interruptions on technical parts on either side of this game. Or maybe on SDCK, so at least at that point it's karma, I guess, but preferably no one, I suppose, if you really think about it. We'll see what comes of it. Either way, SDCK already securing 2 points is, with that also securing them first seed into playoffs. There was always the chance inVision just somehow sneaks away 6 and somehow steals it back from them at the last second, but with these 2 points, SDCK secures first, already guaranteed. All to play for now is any points. If they win this round here, inVision will secure themselves second seed, and the map pick advantage over Frailer in the semifinals in the first round of playoffs.
Yup, so we just see inVision right now preparing their defense. Hopefully it won't be any disconnects during this defense. It's going to be exciting to see what inVision will do now when defending, you know, since they don't have any time pressure, or since SDCK doesn't have any time pressure here, like ticking down, since they're the ones attacking first here. Here we go. Here we start Nubby charging in, trying to pick us, no, trying to pick Wizard here. Unfortunately, not succeeding. But the sniper v sniper is going to happen here. Redlix versus Wizard, and Redlix takes the dub. Wizard going down with the big respawn timer ticking down.
Yeah, I mean, Nubby is doing what I think a lot more people should do on B, which is while you're capping A, nothing matters. You will spawn before they finish. Just go in, try something. Don't just like hesitate, do anything, get in there, try your best. If you get someone up top, that's huge. Of course, the medics are even better. For now, they haven't managed to evoke those just yet. They're still trying, but they're getting closer to heavy thinker now on life support, but managing to hold on up top. Standing strong for now, gets narrow right back to good health. They're trying to keep this hold going as well as they did last time. Hopefully, a little bit better with finish at the end from it.
Yeah, and SDCK is trying to get some aggro up here, but are getting out damaged here, out spammed. Unfortunately, not being able to come out here, but some great work is being done by Kafka, spamming all the way from the top of the ramp here. But a lot of players for Heaven is at least being pushed right now by inVision, or I mean SDCK. But some players going down in the process. We're gonna have to see what inVision will do without that Heaven control. No heavy, no teleporter up there, so SDCK is just gonna make use of that. But they will be using the Uber. Exchange happening right in front of us right here. Not really many deaths going on right now. Maybe after the Uber, we'll start seeing the deaths and the Heaven push going in right now.
Oh, clutch air dive by Crypto gets Jacklex out of the sky. That takes the knife some more. That really good stuff. Surprised they pushed before the spy got in. Mezzo died before it even happened. Just got called out early, so missing the Sapter will matter quite a bit in terms of who can deal any damage, who can go deep easily. And at the moment, the answer is not really much of any of them. They still, like you said, have top control pretty much in their hands. Soldiers fighting for it right now, but even then, while they're making progress, it's slow progress, and on stopwatch, like you mentioned, that is not something you can afford to do. They have time pressure on them to do this as quickly as they can, even if it's not directly in front of them at all times. Gotta go faster than this, and Medic in the corner is just barely holding on. Tercio somehow not dying. Grip cleans up everything, just barely with a few arrows in his back. The Medic keeping the pyro alive will eventually go down. Got to see off this sniper, and it has to go quick from here. They don't have much. Pyro kills all they have. Gun in the back, still standing strong. Sticks so weak, but they're just failing to get any of these kills on SDCK.
Yeah, I must imagine how nervous Tercio was when defending there. But we do see Sax coming in on inVision here. Not really much of a success. Well, actually, there is a massive success because the drop happens. Wow. DuMmTm,
right.
You gotta tell me.
Well, it is just like last time, right? It is a snap of the finger. Tercio is just off the map again. Maybe slightly differently than last time, but that Uber is just gone in a second. SDCK getting this B point as well. It's not a great time for B, but it's not terrible by any means, as long as they can keep this ball rolling. And with this advantage, they very much should be able to, already busting through connected. Everyone's just trying so hard to hold it. Sticks only getting pyro kills for it. And that's not really worth it at all with the spawn times in mind as well. Still dead for 15 seconds, these two players. It's only two, I guess, but it's not upping your chances against a team with Uber able to either contest you on C or on E, whichever way they want to. It's in their hands now.
inVision setting up on C, but SDCK is kind of setting up here on BC, possibly going for an E push or a C push. It's kind of unsure. A lot of them are rotating left, right here. Not really sure what they're going to do, but they will be getting some cap time on E, possibly holding BC in case inVision will be pushing BC, trying to get some damage in. Not really with their medic though. We do see Techno or Tercio going down on hell here. But what SDCK did actually use their Uber. I don't know what forced them exactly. I think there was the flank by Kafka actually. Well done by Kafka, shooting on the Gedu medic, eventually forcing him.
A lot of people getting juggled around over the point. Gun set up on E as well, and they're trying so desperately to get it, but in the Wiethoofd is just a heavy and the rest of the combo just rushing them from connector, taking them down, but all distracted. That's a full-on wipe. Clark messes up the jump over the point. It doesn't even matter. They are down 1, but they have everyone they need on the point to win this round in a second flat. And there you go, just completely took them by surprise with that gun distraction. Really, really good stuff from SDCK. The 436 is a powerful time.
Distractions everywhere. inVision did not know what to prioritize there, and that's what was very well done by SDCK. They were just placing everything left, right, everywhere, and they couldn't really think of what to focus primarily, and that just led them to their demise, all of them going down. And it's kind of unfortunate for inVision. They're gonna have to push in 4 minutes 36 seconds. This is gonna be a goddamn good push if they're gonna win this.
Yeah, this has to be insane. And I don't know, like once they got the ball rolling, much like SDCK, it looked pretty good, but it still took a while on B even last time for inVision. So I don't know, it's gotta be a much better start from the team in blue to really bring this one home and secure themselves the second seed that they so badly want.
I mean, at least they've made it to playoffs. We'll give them that. But here we go, round 2 of the second map. We're gonna have to see what SDCK here will do on defense, but we'll also have to see what inVision will do on the attack. 4 minutes 20 seconds for them to start pushing in, and they will already start pressuring here on B, whilst the flank is capping on A.
Putting up enough pressure to force it early here. The crit strat once again coming out for inVision, but much like last time, I mean, forces D, well, I guess that's probably what you would call a success with this, but I don't know, not really much of any kills. The pyro kill, however, on the defense is actually pretty nice. Opens up a lot more opportunities to really get some damage through on anyone, but really, it's that's what's happened closer now is where the key plays come through. Lesky still holding on to life, just barely there up top. They're getting good damage, but eventually the heavy will fall, but it's straightened out a little bit. I don't know if that's really worth it in the end with the spawn times in mind, but they're gonna make do with what they have, and what they have is a team that's just not in yet on blue.
Yeah, here we go. inVision is gonna start pressuring on A here, possibly preparing for a E push to finish it off here. 3 minutes 20 seconds left on the clock, but SDCK, they know they're gonna start rotating now to E and start defending that point, because you gotta defend E obviously, or else you lose the game.
The Spy's order coming nice defense, so he even gets a kill on top of that. Eventually air blasted by his own teammate Rocket. Doesn't really matter. He called it early, everyone knows it's coming, and with the heavy dip on already, that makes reacting to it a lot easier as well. Looks like Navi is going to take a big rotation here while everyone else is just straightforward approach against this E-push. Unforgiven, called out early, played a good game so far, but that's not going to be bringing this one home just yet. With Demo rotation taking a while to be accomplished. Finds the sniper, however, all alone there on the flank. Will die to him, however, in a 1v1. That's not what he likes to see as a Demo man. Gap time being stuck there. Pyro will not manage to jump back either. That's barely clinging onto his position, but it's not going well keeping it.
Stingham being allowed to flank on BC right there, despite B not being capped. Stingham just can go on through B without even capping it. Just start flanking everyone who's sitting on BC, forcing the medic, but we do see a lot of pressure from inVision, starting to shoot down and pick down a lot of players from SDCK. This might be going well for inVision right here.
Unforgiven couldn't get the stab on the medic. The Mad Salt coming in time, and that would have been a good one to break up the connector position they have. Damage is good. Stinker goes down, but he goes down swing, gets the kill on the pyro. The heavy just getting walked over in the meantime. That might be another victim for the pit, but it's also a great opening for them to hopefully take advantage of in the meantime here. A lot of people down, gives them a lot of freedom. Connector completely taken for the blue team. Adam Jugger juggled off the point. He doesn't have the double jump anymore. He double jumped to dodge the projectiles, and they just knock him off the cap. Barely clinging onto Connector. Pyro on life support. Somehow Grip isn't dying. I don't know who's shooting him, but they're not doing a good job of it apparently. But they have to go in. They don't have much time left here. They need to touch this point quick.
Oh, this is extremely stressful for SDCK. Just a lot of them just pushing in, trying to pressure here, trying to stop inVision from capping, and it seems like they will succeed on that, but R6 is still up with that teleporter. If inVision is smart here, they're going to make good use of that teleporter to potentially finish off that cap. A lot of cap time has been done, and it seems like Unforgiven and Grip will be getting some cap time. Not really succeeding the cap though, but a lot of players from inVision are coming and arriving quickly here since the teleporter is up still. So SDCK is still holding via the BC.
Yeah, you have one shot in inVision, and it has to be a really, really good one. Everyone has to play together really, really well to clutch this one back from Aleski in the flank. Gets walked it pretty quickly, gets the kill on one of them, but there's so many kills flying elsewhere. Snake doing good damage. The rest of the team here trying to just hold them off at this connector area here. Grip Juggernaut for the point, barely hanging on to life, and there's so much more damage from Snake coming from where it even started. The airburst coming through, but Stinkhand's not going down. Cap time barely there, but they have 20 seconds. That's not so much. And there's no one alive. Clark is the only player left that can deal damage with the super. They have to go in. So many sticky soul over Gedu stuck in the skybox. Gets blasted off the cap as well. He's not gonna block this at all. And that's gonna do it. inVision clutching out 2 points, getting themselves ahead of Vader in the table for a map advantage in semifinals. And now the rest of this game is in the beautiful state where technically it doesn't matter, and I don't know if anyone knows this in this game.
I'm still shocked over the fact that inVision just managed to push and win this game, like, from A to E in 4 minutes.
Spurs are gonna be rising high right now, but they gotta keep themselves grounded mentally and just not get ahead of themselves here. Getting this one is good, and it's probably the only relevant round this game. But they can make a statement right now, right? They can get themselves into not just high spirits for tonight, they can get themselves high spirits for into playoffs with the knowledge that they can do this. They can beat these guys that no one else has beaten in oh so long, pretty much, if they just keep themselves competitive for just a tad bit longer into round 3 of this steel match.
A new threat for SDCK and Fela has arrived, and it might be inVision. It's going to be very exciting to see what's going to happen up on the next on the playoff season here. And genuinely, I'm like so excited to see everything. And yeah, but we do see here SDCK setting up right now. Redlick standing on Clark's sentry spot. I hate it when it happens when I play as the engineer.
They're doing that on
Guys,
purpose.
respect your engineers, please. Chat. Show some love for your
I do
engineers.
not respect NG mains, but that doesn't really matter. They're here playing the game regardless of that. No matter what happens, they want to build their guns. And, I mean, they're doing good work with that so far here. I mean, engineers on both games have been clutch, like you said. These Tallies putting in the work. But we'll see what comes now of this round. inVision clutching out these points is huge, especially with the roster issues in mind as well. But a little bit more to play for. And SDCK is not going to be happy to let any more points go to waste.
Everyone is on A on inVision's part, so Besso's probably called something familiar since he's heard all the heavy rev up and shooting sounds and combo members speaking. And we do see inVision now pushing up on E, and SDCK rotating towards BC here. Clark taking tons of damage, but inVision just going down, unfortunately. Stick and Grip just being taken out by the combo, not really being supported by the medic, who's probably hiding at
No, the
spawn
match
somewhere.
just on B already. They're way ahead of the curve. They got demo kill on B before anyone even rotated, courtesy of Unforgiven. That was just a really early kill. Nice drop to the Spider. And as they rotated now, they're just having the gun already set up, being a major nuisance and a big cover to the sniper as well, to just have a safe side lane. Only gets a scout kill for now, but it's also enough to just get people on point. And look at that, it's like they never died on E to begin with.
And here we go, the Uber exchanges are happening. Both teams using their Uber, but a lot of SDCK members are going down. Wizard taking down LSK in the process. And it seems like inVision will be capping the B point. SDCK, everyone respawning in the new spawn, going to go set up on C here, and inVision working up on BC.
Well, that's a good pace already. Here's up to for B is always great to see. No advantage going forward is unfortunate, but like I said, all the pressure onto E already could be a major problem for SDCK pretty quickly. Trying to still contest from the E spawn that they still have for now, but so much damage being thrown away. Kafka and the DuMmTm doing a lot of work already. Backlit going down as well. No cap time right now, but with these kills, not much left on C as well. It's just a weak Navi. Dickmann plummeting to his death. Scout and Spy making that happen pretty quick, and that's the rotation they wanted to see. Nothing left standing in the way of a quick C-cap for inVision. Spy finds his way to the gun, but Essex is watching that. That man's ready for it. That's not gonna happen, and look at that. Already a wide open E point. Virus just back on it like they never stopped playing it to begin with.
Kafka just doing tons of damage just earlier, picking out Refleks and everyone and making them respawn for a while here. But a lot of SDCK members now are going to walk up through the corridor here. But Stingham is just cleaning up players behind him. Not really anyone noticing what's going on. And Genu goes down to the Stingham. And oh my god, and the Unforgiven surprise. Wow.
There's the 1-2 going down the pit somehow. I don't know how the second one died, but that's a bit of a sad one, I guess. However, I think that SDCK more sad about that one than inVision. They're just blocking people off the point, shooting them into the pit, and just completely shadow running them. 3 minutes is insanely good.
3 minutes. Wow. Dog. How? Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm very surprised right now. inVision just playing amazingly. Getting that clean 3 minute 5 seconds cap on E. I'm speechless. I'm gonna be honest. Wow.
Actually, if you really think about it, Stan not being able to play was a good thing now. Turns out, actually, this was the best thing that could happen to them. As it turns out here. For now, I mean, they can't complain about the situation there anymore. If Bane's not available, screw it. We have really, really good backup, I suppose. That's gonna do it. 3 minutes, that's a big time to set. And inVision riding once again the high of success once more, SDCK. On the edge of the pit. Literally and figuratively this game.
SDCK is gonna have to do something here. 3 minutes 5 seconds ain't no joke. You definitely better make use of every second you have on this attack right now. And SDCK is gonna have to think with their brains right now. Their huge brains. Gonna have to make good use of those. But
we know they have them. So I mean, we've shown those before. This is the time that the muscle also has to come through at same time as that brain. Needs both at this rate here to have this work out. Not much time for effort at all. You can maybe pressure B at some point, but that's really it.
Yeah, they better utilize, that's for sure. But here we go. SDCK successfully capping A, getting ready to start pushing up towards E here. A lot of players from inVision they're gonna have to play their best here still. And Refleks getting that necessary Wizard pick. This is great for SDCK so far. No sniper, at least less concerns, that's what I'm gonna say. But here we go. SDCK going drop down, starting to exchange their Ubers here up against each other. Ozik's gun going down. That might be a very necessary pick. Ozik's also going down in the process.
Oh, really smart flank by Dickmann. He was top, but he just goes behind them to get the flank going. Gets so much damage behind. Gets the scout, gets the NG, I believe, as well. Clark going down, but Mezzo just runs in the meantime. They're so worried what's happening up front on inVision. They're not watching their backs. Spy, face damage to medic. Everyone's crumbling really bad. Kafka with one last effort on the medic, but it will not succeed. And if you can win a game with a 3 minute time set against you, this is the start you need to see. This is exactly what they were looking for.
inVision is gonna have to pick this up again because this is not looking great for them. SDCK just doing the necessary play they have to right now. 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock and already 3 times on cap right now. But eventually inVision will be doing something about it, like Grip starting to spam some flares, burning down a lot of players. But here we go yet again, a lot of players back on point, and a lot of SDCK players just receiving spam, but doesn't mean they'll have spam from return. And Wizard trying to get a good angle here, potentially might get a necessary pick here for them to defend for a bit longer. 1 minute left on the clock. And the SDCK is gonna have to do something now, and they are. A lot of them Ubering in, pushing in, jumping in, and it does not look successful.
Yeah, this is not great for them at all. Lost the explosive classes early. There's a gun setup, but that thing from Clark's gonna not stand for much longer. Goes down pretty quick. Spy guys distracting them in the meantime as well. No one can save that gun when the NG is whacking the Spy in the meantime. Bomb comes through once again towards Heaven. They want to have this position from them and get themselves on point, but they're not getting let in at all by all this damage. A really good job by the protected classes. A sniper Refleks comes through to finally get an end to this demo man ready some Prem on then, but quickly avenged with a kill onto sad sniper. Refleks going down as well, and how are they going to get past this? Not in time, I'm telling you. They will not, and that's just going to be inVision blocking down the last 10 seconds successfully. The BM disconnect from the red heavy. They know they won. They know there's nothing SDCK can do about this anymore.
They could just go home and relax. But wow, such an amazing game. inVision just exceeding everyone's expectations. Let's be honest here. everyone here was here. Even the chat was probably putting a lot of bet money here on SDCK.
All of these teams really, really close with one another. Certainly looking forward to that a lot. Here you have some logs for you as well from these games, just nicely combined for you to just wonder at these damage numbers for some of these people.
Damage numbers indeed, but we do see inVision with a majority of the damage here. Stick, Kafka, Wizard with high DPM top on the board with the damage, and it clearly shows. Especially I saw a play by Kafka on the flank where he was just he was always on the flank, just spamming down rockets, raining down hell for everyone at SDCK. Poor fellas at SDCK having to experience Kafka just going in for the flank, but we can't forget the nice picks from Wizard, left, right, and center with the 35 kills.
Yeah, SDCK certainly just a bit behind, but it just added up, unfortunately, over the course of this game. And it's going to be a bit of a rough one here as it stands. And I mean, hey, one drop each. I don't even remember when Gedu dropped it all, but apparently it happened. Sure. Why not, I guess. I don't remember that whatsoever. Might have been at the end of one round at some point. Doesn't really matter. If you win a round past the drop, that's just a W right there for the mental game, I suppose, every single time. And with that, we'll see you guys next time on Sunday with the Q&A, and then next week with Failure against inVision for who makes grand finals.
Hi, old beaver! Away!